Welcome to No More Bullshit. I'm Peggy.
And I'm Marcy.
We are two women who believe that life's trials aren't happening to us, they're happening for us.
And we're here to help you turn every why me into watch me.
Because shifting out of victim mode and into empowerment is what we do best.
So join us as we cut through the bullshit and help you see how strong you really are.
Hey, Marcy.
Hey, Peggy.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
So good.
Good. All right. We just have a mini episode today. So we want to just kind of rapid fire. If you don't have a lot of time, this episode is for you. We are going to talk about the 5 things to eliminate quietly from your life starting today.
All right. The first one, guilt and shame.
Yes. No amount of guilt, shame, fear, or worrying about something from the past is going to change it. It's like they say, it's like sitting in a rocking chair. Gives you something to do, but you're going nowhere fast.
It's just going to keep you stuck in the same cycles of behavior because all you're going to be doing is putting your energy towards that. So let it go. Accept what is as exactly what it was meant to be.
And even try to reframe it that like maybe it was always meant to be this way. Maybe you were meant to learn some hard lesson from the past so that in the future it doesn't happen on a bigger scale, and move on.
Yeah, it's just not worth your energy. It's holding you back from what is meant for you.
Absolutely. Okay, the second one is comparison. And I think this is a real issue in society today with social media. It's so easy to look at other people's pictures, vacations, basically highlight reel, and compare it to your life. So I'm a huge proponent. If you're following someone on social media that is not making you feel good, just unfollow them.
You know, it doesn't even have to be someone, right? I mean, you have the comparison, right? But if you are scrolling on your phone and you are feeling some kind of a way, stop, unfollow that account. It could be counting fear in you, whatever it is, just stop. And for the love of God, stop comparing yourself to everybody else. Just own who you are authentically and stand in that because you don't know their story.
Right.
You don't know it.
Right.
You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You don't know what's going on in that car ride. You don't know. Your brain is telling you something that I guarantee is not the truth about that situation.
That's right. I completely agree. And it's just, it's going to keep you stuck because you're going to be wasting time and energy comparing yourself versus moving forward in the direction that's for your authentic self.
Exactly. It's robbing you from authenticity. That's exactly what I was just going to say. If you are comparing and then trying to have what the other person has, you're robbing yourself from the opportunity to own what you want and create what you want for you.
And who you were always meant to be.
Right. Just stop it. Stop comparison.
Okay.
All that.
All right, do the third one.
Okay, people-pleasing and shoulds. This sounds the same a little bit, but stop shoulding all over yourself. I should do this. I should go take the walk. I should go take a bath. I should eat the carrots. Stop shoulding.
And that goes for other people too, because that will frustrate you. Like they should act this way. They should be this, this kind of person, this kind of grandparent. You're just going to torture yourself. It's a manual you have for how people are supposed to be, and it doesn't exist. It's only in your mind.
Exactly. And that goes with, it should go with people pleasing because a lot of the times we are doing what we should do to keep another person happy while robbing ourselves of happiness because we're putting their need ahead of our need because we think we should do that.
Yes. And the truth is you're not that special. The world will go on. You don't have to be every single thing to every single person, the only volunteer in the world. And just set it down. Relax.
Create the boundary.
That's right.
Put a boundary in place. I want to help you. I want to be this person for you. I want to show up in your life, but I can't do it at this moment in time.
Right.
For whatever reason, embrace the no.
Yes, that's right. Okay, great. The next one I think is huge, and it's judgment. And this is judgment of yourself, judgment of others, really big.
Yeah, I mean, we spend so much time and energy judging when really, let's take a look in the mirror. What is it that we're judging that is really something we're judging in us?
Yeah.
And we've already gone back to get rid of the guilt and shame. And those two are very closely linked because you're judging the other person for something you don't like about you that you see in them. You recognize it. And then you make that about it because you're bypassing how you feel about it within you.
Yes, and I think some people judge when they don't understand something. And I think a very easy emotion to get to, like ideally you go from judgment to grace. But if you can't get there, just get curious. Like just because someone doesn't live like you or work like you or walk like you or talk like you, maybe it's good to just, instead of being like they should be different, there's the should again, and thinking like they're a terrible person because they do blah, 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 blah. Maybe it's like, just wonder why that's interesting. I wonder why they like that. Or I wonder how that's aligning for them. That's good. Just be curious.
Curiosity is kind of
A
the
good
antidote
little,
to a lot of things, honestly. If you can be an observer and just kind of see it from a neutral place and curiosity, that is going to shift a lot of things. And conversely, stop thinking everybody's judging you.
right.
Because here's the deal, they're not. Nobody thinks about you as much as you think about you. And so you are robbing yourself from so many really awesome experiences because you're afraid of being judged, when literally no one is thinking about you. You know why? Because they're busy thinking about who's judging them.
That's right. That's so true. That's so true. Okay.
Perfectionism.
Yeah. And delaying joy. I think perfectionism causes people to push the goalpost back further and further to like, I'll be happy
Preach.
when we get 100,000 followers
When
on
I
YouTube.
lose 175
Yes,
pounds.
I'll be happy then.
When I have $1 million in the bank.
Right. But it's all thoughts. It's all thoughts. And I heard this one podcast one time years ago, and the guy was like, man, I remember when I worked so hard at this little business I had. And I thought, oh my gosh, when I have a big business and really wealthy and employees, then I'll be happy. And then I got a big business and I was super wealthy. And I thought, man, remember when life was easier and it was just me and I'd work those late hours, but I'd come home and just fall into bed and it was fine. I should have been happy then. That was it. And it just kind of kept going. Like when he had little kids, he was like, oh, I can't wait for them to grow up. Then I'll be really happy. They'll be able to like feed themselves and walk and talk. It'll be so easy. And then the kids got older and he's like, man, I remember when they were little babies. I should have been happy then. I could just hold them and snuggle them and love on them. And it was so easy. And the point is, just be happy every step of the way. Like perfectionism doesn't exist and you're hiding behind it and delaying joy right now.
Think of all the people who, and we all know them. We all know them, and maybe some of us are them or have been them. I would love to have people over, but my house, I got to do this to my house. I got to do that to my house. And once that happens, then I'll have that party or I'll do that thing.
Yes.
We all know those people.
I have two examples of this. Our nanny that we love, that we had for the girls when they were younger, her grandma was in her 80s and she was a marathon runner, even in her 80s. And the girl was on the airplane and met this guy who was also in his 80s and he had like a marathon shirt. And she's like, oh my gosh, do you run marathons? He's like, yeah. She's like, how old are you? And he's like, oh, I'm 82. And she was like, no way. My grandma is 80 and she runs marathons. And he's like, I'd love to meet her. Oh my gosh, is she single? And she's like, yeah, she's single. So she gets off the plane and calls her grandma. And the grandma said, oh, when I lose 20 pounds, then I'll call him.
This badass runner at 82 has got to lose 20 pounds.
And so she never met him and she died. And so it's so sad because it could have been so, you never know, that could have been a great connection. Now, my other example just happened to me. We were doing construction at the house and plumbers and this and that, and something fell down, some plumbing thing, and clogged something. So one of our daughters took a shower and my husband and I were like, gosh, it sounds so different now. Huh, that's weird. We go down to the kitchen. It's basically raining in the kitchen, like all this water. And I'm like trying to be positive. I'm like, you know what? The floors needed a good mop. I'm just going to get some towels and wipe. And my kids are like, oh my gosh, mom. Anyways, so at the end of it, we go to bed. My husband and I are like saying how grateful we are. Our only problem is drywall. It's fine. And when we wake up in the morning, he's like, should we even have this party? Like, look how insane this ceiling is. Because the plumbers had to come and cut more ceiling and pipes and all this. And I was like, no, we are having the party. One, we're not canceling on people. And two, if they show up and they're not my friends because I have holes in my ceiling, they're not my friends. And I'll never invite them to another party again. And I think life is short. Celebrate now. This is a beautiful moment. I have a safe home to entertain in. I have lovely friends and family that want to be there. People need to laugh and talk and cheers and eat. And now is the moment, because who knows what tomorrow will bring, but right now it's the right time.
Yeah. And people aren't looking at, is your house clean or do you have, stuff on your ceiling? They're thinking about how you made them feel. Right. So let yourself go. And another example of this is actually our podcast. We had a heck of a weekend this past weekend with editing. And it was getting very, very difficult to get our podcast out on Monday the way that we always do. We've not missed a Monday. And we were not going to miss this Monday.
Yes.
Right? We were not going to do it. But what that meant is we had to let go of perfectionism.
Right.
We had to say, this is B- work. But we are going to keep showing up consistently. That's what matters more than if we show up infrequently with a perfect product. That matters less than if we show up consistently with B- work.
Right.
So we had to be okay with B- work.
Yes.
We just had to push through it and say,
right.
Good enough.
Yeah.
That's all we could do today.
That's right. So those are just 5 things you should be cutting today out of your life to level up and
look at where you see yourself in this. Pick one of them. Pick one. Don't try to tackle all 5 today. Let's take one a week and say for the next 5 weeks, I'm going to work down this list.
Yes.
And I'm going to start shifting this mindset, this belief, this limiting belief that's holding me back and keeping me stuck.
Yes.
From this reward on the other side.
That's
so
right.
Guilt into shame into acceptance.
Yes.
How do you go to acceptance? Comparison, go to ownership. Stop comparing, own your own life. People pleasing and should, start putting in boundaries, not only with other people, but with yourself. Perfectionism, B- work, lean into it, let it happen. And then judgment, let's start showing grace, not only to others, but to yourself.
Yep. I think it's good. You got this.
You so got this. All right, that's our shift for today.
Go live, laugh, and do one bold thing before the next episode drops.
Follow us at No More Bullshift and keep the conversation going.
Because if you can't laugh about it,
you probably still need to shift it.